Yes, but not very much because in Dubai, we are only hearing in the newspaper on television, but I don't know about it very much.
شنو رايك بقضيه الاسرى الكويتيين الموجودين في العراق؟
والله يا اخوي مثل ما قلت لك اول ما تكلمت يعني احساس ما عنده. لو كان عنده احساس هذا اللي حاجزهم 7 اشهر اقول 10 سنوات عندهم. انا كنت بالغزو ما طلعت، انا كنت موجود هنا بالكويت واخذوا قدامي حملوا بهالباصات لا بالمصايد من كل مكان، يعني ما خلى شيء ما حملوه. ليش السبب ما نعرف السبب شنو اللي هو مطلب اللي هو يبيه احنا عارفينه شنو يعني. حاجزهم صاك عليهم فغار عيالهم يبكون اهلهم يبكون، يطوف عليهم عيد رمضان يعيد الثاني لا يشوفون اهلهم لا يشوفون احدهم. حرام يعني شيء مو زين يعني.
ان شاء الله يا رب يطلعون بالسلامه وديرتهم ان شاء الله سالمين ومستانسين كلنا فيهم ان شاء الله.
Do you think the media coverage on our POWs is good enough globally?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It should be more concentrated outside of Kuwait. You should go to solve this problem, or at least to attract the others toward this very critical problem concerning Kuwait and the others with not with emotions, mentally, because nobody now listen to the emotions. This is one point. Second point, it should be, you can say, have several activities. Not only one association from government go there. A lot of private associations they can do or cooperate. So in Kuwait, everybody knows this problem. Everybody like to solve this problem, which is, whether we have or don't have prisoners, we are toward these people really, and we are like to solve this problem for everybody. One missed father, other missed brother, and so on. From the point of humanity, everybody is helping this point. But what I want to say is to go outside of Kuwait, go straight away to the Western, who has more authority to do action rather than others.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. With you, Ben Salim, on the program of The Sun Freedom, and with me tonight also our guest, Dr. Marwan Tawa, the clinical psychologist, and also Dr. Jassim Hajia, the consultant of child psychology. Well, with us also on the line is Mr. Daij Al-Anizi, the General Manager of the National Committee for Missing and POWs Affairs. Mr. Daij Al-Anizi would like to welcome you with us tonight.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Mr. Al-Anizi, Daij Al-Anizi, could you just brief us or give us an idea about who are the POWs and why sometimes we call them detainees, sometimes we call them hostages, and sometimes we call them POWs? And what is the situation right now with our POWs?
First of all, I have to thank everybody participating in this program for this good opportunity for us to highlight our tragedy and agony of the Kuwaiti people in this program.
It's our pleasure, Mr. Al-Anizi.
To start with, there is no much difference between a POW or a detainee or a missing. As a matter of fact, everybody, and we have the proof and the evidence that those people being picked up by the Iraqi military, they have been jailed in Kuwait, transported to Basra, jailed in Basra, and moved to other jails in Baghdad.
How many of them are there now?
605.
605.
Yes.
Okay.
So the tragedy continues, whether the terminology of a missing or a POW or a detainee or a hostage. As far as we are concerned, they are boys and girls, they are our family, they are our people. We are really missing them since 1990, August the 2nd.
Yeah, we are missing them, whether they are children, adults, males, females.
Actually, there are 7 women part of those POWs, and there is about 120 students. The age, the youngest of all those POWs, when he been arrested by the Iraqi military army, he was 14 at that time.
Mr. Al-Anizi, since we have the psychologist with us tonight, I mean, how can we assure the families of the POWs and the people of Kuwait who are concerned about our POWs that they are still alive? How do you know?
Definitely, we have our sources. Definitely, we have our intelligence. But, for the security of those people, for the security of the source of information, we maintain this information only to us.
What do you
That's
think
number
our...
one. Number two, we are certain, we are definitely sure that those people were alive because we had the witnesses of proven that every one of them was in Iraq, and the witnesses have already stated their witnesses actually to the last incident. I just came back from Amman, Jordan yesterday, and I have interviewed through the International Red Cross an Iraqi witness who had confirmed that he had seen those Kuwaitis POWs in Baghdad. That was only yesterday afternoon when I was in Amman, Jordan, just to assure you that we keep our eyes open, our ears open. We're looking for every evidence to prove to the Iraqi authorities, to the international community, that those people are there suffering, and our families here going through this tragedy and agony, which we all share this with them.
Well, Mr. Lanizi, we really appreciate your call, and we know that we wish that you were with us tonight, but we know that you had some commitments, but you wanted to be with us tonight and through this call. Now, before we leave you go, Mr. Lanizi, just one final question.
Yes,
we know that in the National Committee for Missing and POWs and also in the Kinsfolk Association of Kuwaiti Hostages and Detainees, you're trying your best to help the families, whether financially or to support them in any way. Now, how can you, or do you think that the families of the POWs still need maybe, do you have any kind of consultation maybe through the
definitely.
psychologist to help them?
Yes, sir. Let me assure you first, we could be the most generous state in the whole world who really helps the POWs.
And I have no doubt on that.
Financially or otherwise.
Psychologically, this is what I'm concerned
number
about.
one. Number two, we are supporting these families by counseling. We are visiting them a minimum of once or twice a month for counseling. We are receiving them in the committee almost every day. We are supervising the children of those POWs in the schools, regardless of what he is in elementary up to the university. We are monitoring their grades. We are visiting them. We're talking to them. We almost doing everything possible to replace the absenteeism of this BOW to his family. Definitely we cannot do it all, but we are trying our best. But we know that the sky is the limit. It will be impossible to make the family happy without this POW available part of the family.
يعطيكم العافية, and God bless you, and we also are trying our best in here maybe to just give the message for our POWs and all the people around the world that we have not definitely forgotten our POWs.
It's my pleasure, and our high appreciation for this couple of minutes you have spent with this issue. Thank you so much for you and for everybody in Kuwait TV.
Thank you, Mr. Lanizi, from the General Manager of the National Committee for Missing and POWs Affairs.
Thank you, sir.
Going back to our guests in here, Dr. Jassim Haji, a consultant of child psychology, and Dr. Marwan Tawa, the clinical psychologist. We saw the short report in here about the media coverage in here, and we are here tonight. Now, as psychologists, what do you think? How much is important the media coverage for the families and for the people around the world to talk about the case of our POWs? What do you think as psychologists?
I think the media coverage so far put a great concentration on the suffering of the families, which is very positive things to show to the world that the families, sister, brothers, fathers, mothers of the POWs still suffer and still feel pain, and it's difficult for them to forget every day, every single minute, the presence, the absence of their POWs. This is one main part. The second part is the programs would deal with the conversation and the analysis of the negative psychological impact and social impact of being under POWs, and the family lives and how they express, and this is very important things. We should help the families through the programs to express their emotion, to express their angers, because one of the main problems for many families is the repressing of their anger, and this caused many psychological disease. So giving them the media, the way to emotionally ventilize their emotions, their anger, their stress, would help their families and would show to the world that still we are not fully liberated, I think.
Exactly. Dr. Jassim, since you work with children, don't you think it's possible maybe that through the media we can have special programs for children of the POWs and the other children to maybe make them more aware about the POWs case? What do you think? Is this possible?
It's possible. That's also it's very important because the media here is dealing with the issue, and that's very good because by not focusing on the issue, we are helping negatively the families of the POW keep denying the situation and denying the pain. But we need also to teach children